At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Maritza Coscarelli. Joining us is a former ballet, contemporary dancer, turned wife, mother, business owner, lifestyle entrepreneur, leadership coach, and speaker. She promotes the concept of co-leadership. The idea of showing up fully to lead boldly with her heart. She has attended the New York University Tosh School of the Arts, going on to take the lead of the world stage in film, television, ballet, Hispanico of New York, and others. She went on to study human development at Eckhart College. When she is not coaching clients and speaking, she is researching leadership and development in her whole self. Certified in life coaching by the Coach Training Alliance, Maritza is also a graduate of the Leadership Journey by People Tech Coaching, which she is now facilitating for executives in their teams. Available to coach and speak nationally and internationally. Please help me welcome the leading lady, Maritza Coscarelli, in her interactive talk, Lead with Heart.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. Off in my city, off in my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got sunshine in my because you're not eating yet. And I am here. Are you all in? Are you all here? Fully present. Put down the pens. Put away those phones. I see you. Hey, you. Because I need somebody to pinch and wake me up. I dreamt this moment. I envisioned this moment. And I kid you not. Queen Tessie, am I speaking the truth, Tessie? Tessie and I belong to Toastmasters. And it's all a bit of a blur. So don't depend on your memories and your minds because they fool you. But I know that we had crossed paths. Because she is a shining light. And you can't help but see Tessie when she's passing by. And usually, she's just passing by. She's got things to do, events to put on, people to meet. She passed by me. I was in the hall of a Toastmasters conference. I was coming out to use the ladies' room. And she was in the door, out the door. And I said, hey, Tessie. She said, hey, Maritza. And I thought, I remember this woman. Did not remember I had spoken at her place of work. Hate to say that, but when you do this and then you meet people, you know how it is. Nicole, where are you? Right? Your heart is there. Woo, there's a lot going on, right? She was gone. Months later, I'm perusing Facebook as one does, a little too much. And I see the Leadership Haven Resource Center, Miss Tessie Watts, is putting on the Leadership Summit. And I take pause. And I think, what does a woman have to do to be a part of something like that? And then, you know that little naysayer voice you have? Says, you are not part of that community, Maritza Coscarelli. You have no place. You know, Gary Zukov, he wrote Seat of the Soul, the book that changed T.T. Oprah's life. That's what my kids called her, T.T. Oprah. It changed her life because in it, one of the points he makes is beware of community because someone is being excluded. And that someone might be just the person that you need. But my self-doubt didn't tell me that 6 to 8 months ago. It told me, that is not a place for you. But it didn't end there because when I saw Tessie that afternoon zipping out that door in some beautiful jewels and big, gorgeous hair as she does, it came back to my subconscious mind. And I was sleeping peacefully in my bed, and my phone vibrated. I am not making this stuff up. You just can't make this up. And it was a text that said, Tessie wants. Can I call you? What? Me? Queen Tessie wants? Yes, please. This is the number. No, call me now. I let her speak because I have matured as a coach and learned how to listen first. But I was chomping at the bit. I think the blood was dripping here. And I let her say, I am doing a leadership summit in 2018. And I would like to invite you to be a keynote speaker. Oh, dear God. It was empty. Look up. I was over the moon. But it was everything I could do to stay quiet, hear her out. She went on to say, I was praying. And I've been praying for weeks to figure out a theme for this summit. And you came to me. What? Holistic leadership. Maritza Coscarelli will be one of the keynote speakers. I said, Tessie, I don't want to take your time, but can I just tell you that before the phone rang at 3 a.m., I woke up with your name on my brain. And I thought, I have got to reach out to Tessie because I am going to figure out how a woman, just little old me, gets to be in a room with beautiful people like this. But I have a message for you. And it is a message where I am going to hold up a mirror to you and you and you. Because I'm with every leader here, and there is a synchronicity in the message that is being shared, and mine will be no different. But I will tell you this. We must be servant leaders, and yes, we must give and serve, but hold up that mirror. Because you cannot pour from an empty pitcher. From what I'm about to share with you, I want you to make a shift and say, for all the giving and the caring and the praying and the generosity that I have in my heart, I have got to replenish myself first. I have got to fill my pitcher with love, with clarity, with energy to persevere in the work that I have been called to do.
That's good.
And with that, I will tell you this. I may have a red suit on, but I'm about to get naked. Because what you think, what we think, when we see the external of a being, we make a judgment and an idea, and we decide. And nothing in this life is as it appears. I'm going to ask you to fall in love starting, I was going to say today, but I mean now, with you. I mean deeply. Think about, there's going to be some participation. I did say interactive. Who's my first volunteer? And no, I'm not going to tell you what you're going to do first. Oh, she's feeling it. Stand up, please. What is your name? Lisa. Lisa, come on up so you can be by the mic. Is going to answer the first question, and Lisa is gifted and smart, you can tell. I'm judging by the outside. But we're about to find out what's inside. Lisa, come on up. had when you are falling in love? Please tell me and our leaders and friends.
Hot flash.
She feels hot.
You feel butterflies in your stomach. That's really infatuation, but okay.
Oh, we're going to start qualifying, believe me.
So yeah, that's infatuation. Yeah. And you feel like you have to give of yourself because you love that other person. So now I have to give. And I have to show them that I love them.
Thank you.
One more?
Our time is limited.
Okay.
One more. No, but I feel you're in the moment. So
So when you feel like you're in love, you feel like you cannot be yourself with that other person. I'll leave it there.
it's about to get deep. And I don't have all afternoon and you're hungry, right? So I'm going to tell you this. Psychology Today concurs with Lisa. Give her a hand. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody, Miss Lisa. They didn't know, or they would have raised their hands too. Here you go, love. You gonna catch? My mommy told me don't throw, it's rude. Okay. So, she feels hot. She feels butterflies. She feels giving. And all of a sudden, she feels like she cannot be herself. Because she has got to get what's coming to her somehow. Right? She's got to go get it. Psychology Today tells us when we're falling in love, we not only feel butterflies, our heart races. And we have new ideas. And we want to look wonderful. And we want to do wonderful things. And we are inspired anew. So now if you hold up that mirror, and you could do it. You have phones. And you say, I love you. To both those eyes. I can guarantee you will be inspired with energy, innovation, creativity. You must, every day, affirm your love for yourself, just like you do to God, just like you do to your children, just like you do to your partner. Because it is not up to you to go get them. I made that mistake, 23 years old. Blossoming ballet, contemporary dance career, as you heard. I was doubting myself. I was loathing myself in the mirror. I was not nourishing my body, or my mind, or my spirit. And along came Mr. Right. Mr. Southern Italy. Looking like my daddy. I looked like a baby at 23. And he had a couple of things wrong with him. One of which was an addiction, which is his to share and not mine. But I thought he was going to save me. And so I went down the aisle. I forgot about everything that I worked for. The director of Ballet Hispanico said, oh yeah, we'll be at your wedding. We're going to wear black because it's the end of your life. That's what she said to me. I thought she was going to congratulate me. That was her toast. Well, she was right and she was wrong. Because be careful, as Estelle and Nicole have already taught us, when adversity hits. 1 year in, I came home to our apartment and there was a Dear John note. Now, if my young people don't know what a Dear John note is I love you and I can't tell you where I went and I'm gone. And if I tell you, somebody might be after you, so consider yourself lucky, love me. Yeah? I immediately picked up the phone to the management office. You know, it's a year anniversary. 1 day away from my year wedding anniversary. And I knew the lease was for how long? 1 year. Excuse me, sir, this is Mrs. Coscarelli. Oh, ma'am, are you going to be out tomorrow? I'm shaking. And it was so many years ago, because guess what we did? He was gone. My daddy and my sister came, and they whispered to each other, it's all right. 1 year, no children, her career's good. They'll be fine. She'll be good. She's going to start all over. I said, I need to find him. And we need to heal. 32 years later, baby, I still still get butterflies. My heart still races. I'm in love with me.
Come on.
And I'm in love with him. And we, by the grace of God, and so many people in the community that took us in were healed. And I thought, well, that's my challenge. I could go on with life, but that's not how it works, is it? See, beautiful people aren't just appearing. Beautiful people are those of us that have suffered, that have fallen to our knees. And we think we're going to look up and it's going to be all right, and then we end up flat on our backs. And those beautiful people, me for one, break in a million pieces. A million pieces. And in the Japanese culture, there's something called kitsugi. It's precious pottery, ceramic, broken in a million pieces. Ah, you've heard of it. It's put back together. And the cracks are filled with gold. And it becomes more precious, more beautiful, more powerful than before it was broken. That, my friends, is every leader in this room. So you must fall in love with your work. Oh, you're in a workplace that's negative. Guess what? Take the lead. Be mindful of every action. I have wiped the sweaty machines at the gym. I have gone and scrubbed the toilets, mindfully and with love for my clients, because it was at that moment what I was called to do. And we can't walk around being hateful if we are leaders, because everyone is watching, everyone is feeling the energy, and they're looking to us for the example. So we must fall in love with our work, and then we must fall in love, because if you love yourself with compassion, right? With honesty, with graciousness, you can't help but love every human being, I'll correct myself, every living thing that you lay eyes on. And then there's more. Now, you're in a beautiful place, starting this moment of saying, I love me. What are you going to do about it? What are you willing to give up for the life you're pretending that you want, is what Elizabeth Gilbert said to me at a talk the other night. Listen to that again. What are you willing to give up to get and live the life that you're pretending that you want? Quit pretending. Start sacrificing. Start committing. We must all find the discipline and the consistency within us. And we must get clear, crystal clear, like the water in that pitcher that we fill. We must get clear about who we are. What are our values? What do we really want to do in this world? And when we're clear, then and only then do we begin to speak to others. And then guess what? This moment ends for me, and I start all over again. Because the moment I think, the moment you think, the moment any of us think that we have arrived, we are going the wrong direction. And I will ask you one last thing, and I will bare my soul to you again. I was not clear. As short time as a year ago, I didn't know who this woman was, really. I took all the lessons of everything I've been through, and I still kept on the mask and the armor. But no more. I can wear the red suit, but I can stand here with you and be naked, because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to be ashamed of. As long as you start to accept every bit of pain and suffering, and every time that you are broken like those bowls in a million pieces, and know that with your next action and with the grace of God, your pieces will be put back together and filled with gold, you can stand anything. And you can persevere. I'm going to tell you one last story, and then we're going to go eat. And I'm going to tell you about perseverance and not giving up. Yesterday, I needed a lifeline. You know what a lifeline is? I needed it once before in my life, and that's a story for another day, but I will tell you this. In 2008, during the recession, Mr. Wright, Joe Coscarelli, and I, and our two beautiful children, Alyssa and Joseph, that are the pride and joy of our everyday, lost everything. 2008, he worked for General Motors. We were warned over and over, the house is going to foreclose. Our dream home. It's not even a dream anymore. I don't even need it anymore. And I fought so hard trying to find the money, adjust the mortgage, keep this thing. And it wasn't for me. It was for the kids. It was like, oh my God, what are you going to tell the children when we have nowhere to live? And we have no money to find another place to live. What are we going to say? What are we going to do? And for a moment's time, I lost my mind. And I went into a playroom. And I put a chair under the chandelier. And I was ready to find a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But I had put aside a paper that came with our health insurance months before that said mental health hotline. And I remembered where I had put that paper. And I left that toy room in tears. And I went to that kitchen drawer where you keep all the junky stuff, and I knew it was in there. Shaking, crying. And I called the number, and they kept me on the phone until I got help. They saved me from myself. I did not give up. Yesterday, it wasn't a hotline. It was just a lifeline. I thought, how can I present in front of these beautiful people? How can I come to a community that doesn't know me? What can I offer in how to show up as a whole leader authentically, to build trusting and genuine relationships, to take off our masks and our armors and say, I am here to serve you, to help you, to walk side by side with you. I don't have to be the big boss. I've got to be part of a team. I've got to do what I want others to do for me. And I called my coach and I said, well, no, honest story. I called my husband. Hi, honey. You got a moment? I need a lifeline. I'm just palpitating and I don't know how this is going to go. I just need you. And he said, oh, honey, I'm about to close 2 deals. You'll have to call someone else. Because he knows me. And he knows my fortitude. And I thought, okay, who's next? Well, our mental health counselor, Miss Sabrina, beautiful today, as always. She said she has a mental health counselor. This coach has 5 coaches. I have a coach, and a coach, and a coach. I don't pay them all. We barter. But you need your people. If you think you are going to lead alone, forget about it. I call coach. Thank you. Amen. We're always giving. My coach said to me last week, Maritza, you got to work on something. I said, what? Receiving graciously? Right. No, I can't. She said, When somebody tells you what they think would help you, you say, thank you. When somebody tells you you are beautiful and you did this and that, you say, thank you. When you look in the mirror, you say, I love you, and you say, thank you. That's right. I called Coach MB and I said, no, you already heard the story, right? My self-doubt talking, right? My mindset not where it needed to be at the moment. And she said, last time that happened to you, what happened? You had these thoughts and you got all, whew. And I said, I don't know, I don't remember, it was so long ago. And she said, take a moment, think about it. She stayed quiet, as coaches do. And then she said, did you quit? And I said, oh, MB, you know me. I never give up. And I am telling you today, that moment when you're about to throw in the towel, that moment when you're against the ropes for my few good men in here, and you're down on the ground, sweaty and bleeding, that's the moment that you are about to break through. That is the moment that defined this moment that we are sharing now. So when you walk away from this talk, you will look in that mirror tomorrow and you will find all the self-care, all the positive self-talk, all the practices of journaling and prayer meditation that you need to do to fall in love with you. And you will get clear about your values and living them. And you will get clear about your calling, your mission, your vision, and your next best action. And then you will kick the E in ego aside. the holistic leaders. Whole, unbroken, undamaged in one piece. Holistic, knowing that we are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically interconnected. And if we are not whole, we can't show up. And once you have done that, you will look in the mirror in the evening and you will say, I am a beautiful person. I am whole, mind, body, and soul. Because beautiful people don't just happen. They are made by their experiences. I love you, and I love you for welcoming me to this community. And I look forward to being back in the future. Please come see me later.
When we end our sound, I got that sunshine in my pocket.